Hi y'all, I'm Tamara, and this is I'd Rather Be Stitching. As you can see, Gabby's not here today. She didn't have any time over the past month to do any crafting, so she opted out of this video. But I wanted to go ahead and do it by myself so that I wouldn't get so far behind in what I had accomplished. So yeah, I haven't done these alone in like a year, so if you could just bear with me as I get my footing. We're going to jump right into finishes. Excuse me. The only finish I had was a gift, so we'll put a picture in. It is a little crochet basket. It was a pattern from a magazine, and it didn't have a designer. It was like someone wrote into the editor, could you please make me a little pattern for this and that? And then they made a pattern for that. So it's just a little basket. It says love crochet, and it was a gift for Gabby's friend who has been helping a lot with transportation because we still don't have a car. So it was just a little thank you gift for her, and she does like to crochet, so it's just a little bag. She can put her crochet hooks or whatever in it. So that is the only finish. Sorry about the shaking of the camera. That was the only finish that I had over the past month. So we'll go right into new starts. I started, excuse me, y'all. I started this pattern that I won from the Giddy Stitcher. It's a Satsuma Street Garden Cat. I'm starting this as a colorful birthday stitch along for Lacey, the Sleepy Stitcher. Whoops. This is as far as I've gotten. This is, basically I'm doing a total color conversion because this is from the grab bag embroidery floss that my husband got me to try from Etsy. And the colors only went up to, I think, the low 700s. So I just used the cover page and I did basically a substitution for everything. Except for like 3 colors. But it's close enough to everything. So I started that. And then the second new start is this one. It's a pattern from Etsy. And I don't remember the shop name. Oh, Goblinichka Stitch. And this is actually a project that my husband is doing. He really likes crows. We have them around our house, sort of, and he has been trying to befriend them. So this is his start. He doesn't usually cross stitch, so and this is what he's doing it in. It's supposed to be, you know, a monochrome in 310, and we got the Etoile 310. It's probably not showing up, but it's a sparkly black. So he wants it to be like shimmery, like the crow that Gabby crocheted for him if y'all were here in the previous videos. If you're new, then you might not know what I'm talking about. And I don't even know what video it's in, so I can't direct you. But those are the only 2 new starts I had, or I should say, those are the only 2 starts we had. However, moving on to whips. This is a whip. This is my Hogwarts piece. I was doing this on 18 count Ada, and I don't like the coverage. I'm doing it 2/1 tent stitch, and I don't like the coverage at all. Excuse me, y'all, it's allergy season. So I restarted this on 28 count Monaco, and I'm doing it 2/1 tent stitch. So it's a lot tinier. I haven't even caught back up to where I was, but rather than tea dye this one, I opted to dye it in a gray color instead. And this is, it still looks a little gappy to me. I don't know. I've never done anything tent stitch, so maybe I'm just being overly picky. But we're going to pop in pictures of the coverage that it was getting. It was very gappy. So I think I'll be happier with the 28 count Monaco. My next whip is 7 species. And I only worked on this, I think, one day. I'm trying to work on this on Friday evenings, and I think I only did it once, so I'm just working on the border, but it's fine. I like it. It's pretty, and it goes quickly right there in the middle. It's not, it's just one color all the way around, so that's easy. My next whip is the spring sampler. This is one of my whip go calls for this month, so I have to do 5 days on it. I think I've actually done 3 days on this already, so that's pretty good. Sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, my next whip is 100 owls. I got, I think, 2 more. Yes, I got 2 more owls done on this one. These 2 smaller ones here. But I also finished all of this and these plants in the middle. So now this middle, this big blank hole, that's Gabby's. She wants to do that owl. And this partially done owl over here is Gabby's that she wanted to do. So that's where I am now. This was one of my whip go calls for February. So that got 5 days last month. All right. Okay. My next one, this is one that I actually forgot to show you guys in the last video. I didn't realize I missed it until after we finished filming. I was like, yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. So, this is our Lankford family crest. Excuse me. This one I made a focus piece for this year. So every month I'm putting in 7 days on this. And I've only done the 7 days for January and February so far. But in those 14 days, I finished the whole moon. I finished these 3 spears. And I've started on the actual name, Lankford, here at the bottom. So I am behind. I still have the full 7 days to do for March. But I'm really pleased with that. I'm doing this like Karen, the recovering monogamous stitcher, does. She just takes her oldest whip and makes it her focus piece until it's done. And she does 7 days a month, every month until it's done. And that is amazing because I've made a lot of progress in a very short amount of time. So. My next whip is Castle Homecoming. This is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. This was a whip go call for February, so I got 5 days on this. I was able to get this road, this little pond, and part of the willow tree done, and I think I did a little bit of the filigree stuff up in here, but not much. So that's all I did on that one. Some days I don't get a lot of stitching time, so even though it's 5 days, it might have only been like an hour on one of those days. Okay, the next whip is called Fish in a Bottle. This is what I was doing for the Make It Murder Sal that's hosted by Cross Stitch the Globe. And I did get in the corpse because it's a body dump. I got the corpse in and I put the charm in. And I did record a short little 1-minute video of this because they're supposed to be doing, in one of their videos, they're supposed to be like showcasing the people's pieces who wanted to be part of this stitch along. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a really fun stitch. I like doing that. And eventually I'll get up to the top. There's a man rowing away, or I guess it's a motorboat. He's not rowing, but he's escaping after having dumped that corpse. So that's pretty cool. If you're into murder. Okay, here's one you haven't seen in a really long time. This one is out of Stitchy Jail. This is my Temperature Dragon for 2024. You'll notice that it looks smaller than it did the last time. The last time, because I did March over here. It looked like this one. It was March. No, March is a tiny little piece over here, so I had to rip the whole thing out. I didn't even notice that the days were numbered differently, you know, because March and whatever month this was, November, I think, they don't have the same number of days. So I didn't notice that, but I had to rip the whole face out and restart over here. But I got this $37.99 etoile and did the eye, and I'm starting the border between all the months with it, and I think it looks really good like this. So I think they had it just as some kind of gray, and I was like, no, it is a dragon. It needs to be more epic than gray. So dark gray, sparkly, is definitely more epic, but I still have a long way to go on that one, but at least it's out of jail now. So, excuse me, my next whip is the Deadly Aquarium Sal. This stitch along has been over for a while. I'm just, you know, snailing my way along through this. I've finished the border up here. I started down here, and then I've done seaweed and some more of these little, I don't know if it's water lines or bubbles. I'm not sure, but I've just done a little bit on it. It's one that I really like, but I want to do the creatures in it. I don't want to do the border and the seaweed, but you have to do that to get to the animals, or it's just too much counting. Y'all know how that goes. And my final whip is the Arctic Animal Sow. This stitch along just had its last clue release, and I am just like on the 3rd or whatever, because I'm not even doing them in number order. I'm just, yeah, I'm way out of whack, because this technically is the first clue, and that's where I've been working the past month. I finished the foals, and I've just started the second Arctic Fox here. So, yeah. So that's where I am on that one. This one is fun to do. I like the colors. I love the fabric. This is that Monaco, which I guess is one of my new favorites. So that's all the whips that I have. Okay, excuse me, a whip go update before I go any further. I am fully caught up on whip go now. I've spent the whole beginning of March catching up on everything for February, because I had 4 stitch alongs that each needed 5 days. I had Gabby's Choice, which she chose, the Castle Homecoming. I had to do 5 days on that. And then my focus piece, 7 days on the Family Crest, I had to do that. So I just got all caught up on whip go and everything this past week, and on the Family Crest. So now that we're halfway through March, I have 5 days to do on the Spring Sampler, 5 on Hogwarts, and a full 7 on the Family Crest again. But I've already started the Hogwarts and the Spring Sampler, so I'm not I'm not completely behind. Just a little bit. But that's my Whip Go update. Plans. Okay. The plans I have, we are going into Passover season, which means that I have to clean this house very thoroughly and completely before April 12th. But my birthday is April 10th, so I will have a birthday start. I'm thinking about doing like a nautical or a seaside underwater. I'm not sure, but I really like nautical stuff. So I'm thinking about starting one of those as my birthday start. But also on April 9th, I think, the Downton Abbey retreat for, or hosted by Black Needle Society is going to start. And I did join it. This is my first ever retreat. It's a retreat in a box, which means they ship all the stuff to me, and then all the events are live, I think, on Facebook. I'm a little bit nervous. I've never done anything like that. I've sat in on a couple of group stitching sessions. I think one was with the Giddy Stitcher and one was with Leopard and Lace XO, or Leopard and Lace Co. XO, whatever. Her name is Tammy. I remember it this time. But I'm not very good at them because, you know, I don't know. I'm better with people in real person, or in person, than I am with like digital things. So I don't know. I'm nervous about this retreat, but I'm also excited. But I have the fabric for the Downton Abbey piece. I'm going to do it on the 28 count Monaco that I really like. I tea-dyed it. I edged it and did all that to prep my fabric. And also there was, I already showed you last time the Smalls Exchange pillow that I made, but I also joined their needle minder exchange. So I made this little needle minder, excuse me, and I made two of them. So I made one for myself, and then I sent the other one in to the retreat people. So, but I don't know if it shows up. It's like the newspaper. Oh, we'll put a picture in. It's a Titanic newspaper article, but I even did the, what do you call it? I distressed the sides so it looks like it's aged. So I thought that was pretty cool. But it took me forever to come up with something because it had to be like 1920s themed or Downton Abbey themed or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what to do that's Downton Abbey themed for a needle minder, but all of a sudden this came to me. So that was pretty cool. Haul. Okay, our haul is basically most of what I've already shown you. It was the fabrics that I got for the Downton Abbey and the crows. It was the crow pattern. I got the etoile, the gray one for the dragon. I got more of a white etoile to use on the unicorn horn for Castle Homecoming. And I got all the pattern in the black and all that stuff for his stitch. I also got the vanilla sock pattern from the Crazy Sock Lady. And I bought that from Etsy. And also Gabby went thrifting with her friends and she found this cross stitch book for me. So I've already gone through and marked. There's only like 4 things in here I want to do, but one of them is really gorgeous. It's a swan and I'd like to start it like soon, but who knows when. Anyway, and I would like to start my next pair of socks using the vanilla sock pattern instead of the one I've been doing. But we'll see. That's all the haul I have. Okay, knitting and crochet segment. So for those of you, oh, there's the whitish floss I said I got for the unicorn horn. It was buried. So if you're new here, you may not know it, but last year I made my first ever pair of socks. It's knitted 2 at a time on the magic loop, and it's following a tutorial video on Craftsy. And it took me a month to do this. There was one red sock and one purple sock so that I would keep them straight when I was learning. So this year I started their partner socks, and I did finish them, but I didn't know how to count, like how far up to count. And when I started the socks last year, I didn't have like a row counter. So when I started the second pair, I was trying to count how many rows I needed to do for the foot part. And I didn't know how far up to count it because of the gusset and the heel and all that. Yeah, I counted way too far. So I have a little whoopsie on the socks. I don't know if you can see, but the newer socks are quite a bit bigger. So, I don't care. It's the first pair of socks I have. I'm going to wear them anyway. And I went to visit my mom last week. She's in a nursing home, and she said that when I finished them, she would love a pair. So I took them and I let her pick red or purple. She picked purple. And she doesn't care that it's longer either. She asked me to put them on her right then. And she's happy to wear them. So. But now I have a row counter. So on the new pair of socks that I'm going to start using the vanilla sock pattern, I will be keeping count properly of the rows. Okay, so I haven't had FlossTube recommendations for quite some time because I haven't had a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time to watch FlossTube. So some of them I have been watching and just hadn't mentioned yet, like Karen, the stitching owl. I have watched her videos in the past. I just forgot to mention her. But 3 new ones that I've been watching, well, they're new to me, are Hannah, the Okie Stitcher. I started watching hers. Max Color Stitcher, Anne. Her stitching is exactly what it sounds like. She only stitches max color, ginormous pieces. These things are incredible. I'm not kidding. They're like, you guys might know, you might stitch things like that. Her roll bars, her scroll bars are like this big, and the fabric is, I know you can't see my hands. It's just incredible. The size of the pieces that she does. And she has, I don't even know how many. She has so many that she's working on. I'm just amazed. So if you guys want to be amazed by some huge pieces of stitchery, then you should check her out. And also one that I found in December, the 20 stitcher, her name is Rikia. I found her through Flossmas, yeah. I don't remember what she was doing, but I just thought it was so cute because she said her daughter wanted to do her own Flossmas videos. I think she's like 6 or 7. And she did like a tiny little video of her daughter and put it on her video. Whatever. I don't think I'm explaining that right. But it was really cute and I really liked her. So I've been watching her ever since. So those, I don't know if you know them or not, but they're all good stitchers and they're nice to watch. I need to back up a second though, because I forgot. The reason that I said all of that about cleaning the house is because for the next few weeks, I don't know how much stitching time I'm going to have. So I don't have specific plans other than Whip Go and the retreat that I'll be doing. But I would like to start a birthday start. But like I said, I don't know how much stitching time I'm actually going to have. And I don't know if the next video is going to be 4 weeks from now. I'm going to try though. So we'll see how that goes. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Ring the bell for notifications so you'll know when the next video comes out. But hopefully it will be 4 weeks from now. So until I see you, happy stitching. Bye y'all.